Hey guys, it's Dave back up at the lot as usual on Sunday afternoon. Not really a whole lot to report, but a couple thoughts. I came up here to just hang out with the doggies and was just checking out a couple things, but they haven't really made much progress on anything. I think that here, let me swing this around. Let's see, we're still working on the holes for the septic tanks. The ground is just so hard that they're having to get a jackhammer. And I know this is supposed to be one. See, I thought they were going to be working on this weekend. That's why I came up here. So, but we are going into Holy Week, which is the biggest kind of vacation week. It's like Costa Rica spring break. Everybody takes time off, so I wouldn't be surprised if this next week is pretty slow. But here, check this out. As soon as you get just a few inches down, it just turns to frickin' solid rock. So instead of putting in septic tanks, what we're doing in this case is we're going to create custom forms. So we're basically going to pour concrete, and it's the only way that we can do it with this stone. It's just so hard to excavate this that doing a custom form is the best way to go. So this one, I believe, is more or less done. I think they had some problems with the jackhammer, and so they had to get it repaired. And see, I thought it was repaired because there was supposed to be another one right there, just adjacent to that white pipe, and then another one over there. I won't walk over there, but on the other side of that pile of dirt. So, doggies, got to stop and say hi to the doggies real quick. There they are. Babe's hiding back there. Hey, baby. Okay, zoom back out here. So we're still dealing with getting the water issue resolved. We have water. We have a well that has 5 concessions off of it, which means 5 houses can come off of it. And the jackass who ran the well line didn't run it properly. And so it's basically coming down the hill on the other side of this house in the freaking bushes. So we're not quite sure, because it was supposed to actually come down on this side of the road. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to end up doing. There might be enough back pressure on it that we can still just bring it across this side. And then once it starts coming down here, I would imagine a siphon effect would create enough pull that it would come down to our property. I don't know. That's why I hire the pros like Steph to handle all this stuff. This is such an ugly house, in my opinion. They just threw it up and then put this ugly fence around it. However, one of the other things that we're going to be embarking on here in the next little bit, we're still waiting on the permitting. We're still waiting on the architect. But again, Semana Santa, Holy Week, so everything's on hold. But really, really close on everything. We might still get some stuff done here earlier this next week, because this corner is where all the power comes in, and their fence is actually technically on our property, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to have a wall up as close to this thing as you can possibly get. So I mean, you see where that fence is right there. I mean, we might be pulling this fence down here, and they can put their fence across right here, because technically they're on our property right here. So we're gonna figure all this out. But this next piece we're gonna do the wall along this portion here. That's going to come up, and then this is also going to be where all the power comes in, and hopefully where the water will come in. And then here in the corner, which will ultimately be covered by kind of a deck / carport that's going to be above here, taking advantage of the amazing views. But we're going to do a wall, obviously, that comes along this whole span here to probably about where you see it dip down here, and then then it'll just get low. It'll just be a little fence from there. We don't need something major between us and the neighbor there. Oh, there are people over there. I didn't know that. This is kind of annoying though. This is remnants of garbage from their construction site that they just thought they'd try and bury. So my guys now get to deal with cleaning up that mess. But oh well. All right, so I think that was really it. There's nothing else that's going on down here. They brought in a cement mixer so they could start doing the forms for the septic system. And we haven't exactly decided what we're going to make the wall out of, what material it's going to be. I mean, it's not something that's going to be visible to us, so it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. In fact, ultimately, it's going to be covered by vines, and then there's going to be the deck above it too, so it's going to be pretty much hidden in the back. So anyway, gradually making progress. Looks like we're going to have a beautiful sunset tonight. So I'm going to take the doggos down to the beach. It's probably going to be crazy busy because it's Sunday. It's the beginning of Holy Week. But I think we'll go to our quiet little corner today. My hip's feeling well enough that I actually think I'm going to go for a walk. We're actually going to do our walk again, so I don't feel like such a slug anymore. So until next time, ciao, my friends.